Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here I have the 2023 Honda Ridgeline. So we'll look at the interior, the exterior, the truck bed, and then we'll see if this might just be the perfect mid-sized truck for you. Okay, so now we're behind the wheel of the Ridgeline, and now this specific trim is the RTL. So there's a few trims below, and then there's going to be a trim level above this one. So I thought this was a good place to kind of see a good amount of the equipment that is available on the Ridgeline. Now, one of the best things in this truck that frees up a ton of space is going to be the drive-by-wire system. So you have your reverse neutral drive, and that's going to get rid of your standard shifter, frees up room for the cup holders and this awesome storage cabinet that we have here. Plus, this one does have some armrests that lower down that you can lock into place, which is really nice. So, click it and drive, and let's go for a little spin around. Now, I want to start by talking about some of the safety features in this vehicle. So this one is going to have forward collision warning, adaptive cruise control, it's going to have road departure mitigation, lane keeping assist, there's also a blind spot monitoring system. There is so much safety built into these Honda vehicles now that if it's going to be you and your family on the road, you're going to want to make sure you're safe. And a lot of that standard equipment that comes in the Ridgeline is an awesome feature. Not to mention, this also comes standard with the all-wheel drive. So that is going to definitely help you out. Obviously, it's cold, it's snowy, the roads have been slippery the last few days, so that is a really great feature to have when you're out on the open road. Now let's talk for a second about the power plant. So this one only comes with one engine option throughout the Ridgeline lineup. That's going to be the 3.5 liter V6, and it's going to give you 280 horsepower. So what does that mean in terms of real world usability? This is going to be rated at 24 miles per gallon on the highway with the all-wheel drive system, which for a midsize pickup is definitely going to be pretty great. Now from there, if you're doing any towing or if you've got a heavy payload you need to put into the truck, this is going to be rated at 5,000 pounds, which is going to get your boat to the lake, or if you're hauling a utility trailer around, and then it's going to be a 1,600 pound payload. So that's pretty competitive in the mid-size segment for trucks. Now beyond that, let's talk a little bit about the creature comforts in here. The RTL, like I said, is near the top of the trim. So I've got my leather heated seats. I've got my driver and passenger, which are heated up here, which is great for those Minnesota winters. This also has the leather wrap steering wheel, which I really like. And we've got our push button start in here. So you can actually remote start the vehicle, or when you hop in, there's a keyless entry on the exterior. So you don't have to worry about taking your gloves off. You just hop in, click the button on the outside door handle, push the button, and you're off and running. So let's focus on the passenger space in here. Now the midsize truck segment, if we're looking maybe at the Nissan Frontier, the GMC Canyon, there's some pretty stiff competition out there. But it's definitely noticeable that the Honda Ridgeline is going to give you the best rear legroom. So if there is passengers in the back, they're probably going to be the most comfortable in this version. And this doesn't really drive like a standard truck. Obviously this one has the coil spring rear end versus kind of the old standard leaf springs, so it's more like driving a Honda SUV than it would feel like driving a Honda truck when you're on the road. So the rear passengers are going to be comfortable, and one other thing that's really cool, according to Honda, you can flip up those back seats and fit a standard size bicycle inside the cabin. So there is a lot of room back there. I kicked the seats up, you can see there's a ton of room if you are hauling things, or if you want to put a bicycle in the back and not throw it in the truck bed. That's a pretty cool feature there too. Now, speaking of the truck bed, this one is going to be the 5-foot bed. It's the only option available on the Ridgeline. And it's going to be pretty great space back there. You'll notice that the wheel arches don't come into the bed, and it's got the ability to put a 5x8 sheet of building material in the back without messing with anything, which is a pretty great feature, that it's not going to have those wheel arches. If you're doing any construction stuff, you can fit quite a bit of stuff in the back. And one of the other things that's super cool, there's a lockable weatherproof storage bin in the back, and it's pretty large. You know, some of them you think it's just kind of one of those gimmicky things like a little cooler back there, but that one has a ton of room, and obviously it snowed in the back of this bed, and it was sealed tight and no snow got in there, which is really cool. So overall ride and drive, like I said, this drives very similar to the Honda Pilot or the Honda Passport to me. It doesn't feel like a truck when you're on the road. You wouldn't, hop in and just kind of bouncing around a lot. It's very smooth. It's very comfortable when you're out on the open road. I love all the safety features. The adaptive cruise control has been awesome. And this also is going to have on the infotainment screen Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. So I have my phone synced up with my CarPlay going. I was very happy. You've got your USB charger right down here. And I mean, overall, I could absolutely see myself driving this vehicle day to day. It's got the usability of being a Home Depot hero on the weekend, and then I mean, from there, it's still got a lot of space inside, a lot of safety, comfort, great fuel economy. I mean, it kind of does it all, and with Honda's reliability behind it, I mean, there's a lot to really like about the Ridgeline. Now, like I said, I think I would opt for the RTL trim because you get the leather heated seats and all the good equipment in here. And there obviously is one trim level above this, so if you wanted more stuff, you can. Or if you don't need all the stuff and you're just looking for a vehicle that's gonna get you from point A to B, you can go with the base model in the Ridgeline, and that's gonna be perfectly capable as well. So if you're in the market for a pickup truck, whether that's a mid-size or even a full-size truck, I think you gotta get out, take the Honda Ridgeline for a spin, go through all the features, all the settings in here, and see what you think. It might just be the perfect truck for you. So that was just a quick test drive in the 2023 Honda Ridgeline. Now, if you'd like more information or if you want to schedule a test drive for yourself, you can visit us online at walserhonda.com or stop by anytime. We'd be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.